Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Beyond the Truck Podcast. Jerry Curl, bringing you today's midday episode. I hope you've been enjoying them so far. We thank you for pouring into us. We're going to continue to pour into you as well. I know many of you tuned in yesterday and listened to us talk about the diabetes. The importance of understanding diabetes, the precursor for cardiovascular, cancers, dementia. And you know, that was something that our second podcast we did on, and I'm glad we did. But I want to remind you, you're the most valuable commodity we got in this industry, the professional driver. You move America. Trucks don't move America. Professional drivers do. So thank you for tuning in, because today I want to start driving into the brain. I'm going to remind you, I'm no doctor. I've got this, and I've listened to the Mel Robbins podcast 3 times when they talked about dementia. And it finally connected with my brain why it's so common in our industry. And I want to bring that to you today, and I want to shrink it down and give it to you a little bit at a time. But I'll tell you, go out and find the Mel Robbins podcast that came out about a week ago. You'll find it. She released a new one today. It's just the one next in queue right after it, right before it. But I want to talk to you about your brain today. But I'm going to talk to you a few simple things about what we've always talked about. If we're not growing, we're shrinking. If we're not living, we're dying. Your brain is the most adaptive organ in our body. Yeah. If you ignore it, it'll shrink. If you use it and you stay focused, your focus is your currency, it will expand just like your money would. But if you ignore it, it'll shrink. You know, the brain weighs 3 pounds. It will consume 40% of your oxygen, 25% of your energy in your body. Isn't that crazy? It never shuts off. It's always working for you. Are you always working? So I want to break it down a little bit here. 86 billion nerve cells can form in that brain. 100 trillion connections. What happens between your ears is beginning to life of everything, every thought, every decision, every good habit, every bad habit. It all starts between your ears. And each one of us is different. It's constantly adapting. It's the most adaptive organ in our body. And it's the organ in our body that, regardless of our age, is able to be repaired, expanded. Isn't that crazy? You are gifted with a superpower, if you like it or not. But the things that affect our brain health are coming to light. It's over these years of study that are able to help us out now. I've always said, look at your generation you're in. The generation you're in is the guinea pig for the generations to come. We get smarter. We get safer. Generations ago, 30, 40 years, 3 or 4 generations ago, we didn't do things the same way we do now. 30, 40 years from now, 3 or 4 generations now, we will have more data to live healthier. But you know what all that data is? Worthless if you don't decide to put it in use. And your brain can drive your life into increase or decrease. You're either living or you're dying, expanding or shrinking. Your brain health doesn't start in your 50s and 60s and 70s. It starts in your 20s and 30s. I talked about in your 20s, you want to build up your cardiovascular and your muscle. Yeah, your brain needs the oxygen. When we talk about being slightly dehydrated or poor oxygen, it starves your brain right away, affects your thinking. But what they found out now is they're seeing cognitive decline in adults in their 40. Adults in their 40 with cognitive decline. Why is that? The poor focus, the poor diets, the nutrition, the stress. Isn't that crazy? So now when you get into your 60s and 70s, we have what they call dementia. Alzheimer's is a form of dementia. 70% of dementia is associated with Alzheimer's. And I'm going to remind you, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm somebody that wants to take this information and break it down into microbites for you to understand. Your brain health is very important. We look at our hearts and we look at all this other things, but we ignore our brains. So I'm going to try to put this in something that you can understand. We'll just call it micro shifts. Every shifts. Just like you do in your transmission. So we'll start out first gear. We'll start out slow. Hydration. You need to hydrate with water, not alcohol, not caffeine, coffee, all them things. Water. Your brain needs hydration. Your brain needs oxygen. They call your legs, your calves, your second heart. Because you know what they say? A sedentary lifestyle leads to dementia because of poor circulation. And that is one of the biggest things we battle in our industry, isn't it? Sedentary lifestyle. All the blood settles in the bottom of our legs. Poor circulation. When we get our legs and muscles going in our legs, it's pumping the blood back up into our body full of oxygen. Where do you think it goes? Into our brain. Our brain receives all this oxygen. You get great circulation in your legs, and your brain gets the oxygen from walking, using them leg muscles. I'm not saying running a marathon. Doing some calf raises, doing some squats, doing movement. That sedentary lifestyle does affect your brain. Your nutrition. I often tell you, I said it yesterday, eat the perimeter of the store. When we're eating all these junk foods and all this other stuff, they said if nothing else, you could decrease the onset of dementia by 53% by doing nothing but eating healthier. Can you do anything easier for 53% than making a decision to eat healthier? And to tie that, they said if you did a 25-minute brisk walk, you can put another 40% on that. So if you were to exercise for 25 minutes on a brisk walk and improve your nutrition, that is 93 to 97% better chance of fighting off dementia. I don't know anything else that you could ever get a return on your investment that high. And I want to go back to the focus. Focus, the cognitive, let's call it cognitive unload. Let's focus, let's build that cognitive attention to reading, expanding, learning. Your brain is made to challenge. No different than the muscles in your arms, your legs, any other muscle in your body. Challenge the brain. Read. You learn. At the same time, you're unwinding, de-stressing. Because when stress kicks in, cortisol levels shoot up. Changes your hormones, shuts your GI system down. Your body's shutting down. Guess what else is? Your brain is shutting down. And every time we're doing these things we shouldn't be doing, let's just call it the gray matter, as they call it. A little bit of gray matter might show up. Then it just sits there. And it's the 10, the 20, 30 years, that little bit of decades, or the 10, 20, 30 years and the decades of the gray matter building up. The brain's dying. It's dying. It's in decline because we're not challenging it. Now, guess what? Start throwing alcohol in there. Yeah. I've seen alcohol tear away families, nations, people. Trust me, people. You'll never find no solution in no bottle of alcohol. Poison. Spikes your sugar. Leads to diabetes, dementia, all these other things. Then goes into the sleep. sleep. They say 7 to 8 hours. It's really 7 to 9. 8 was the magic number in the middle. You want to wake up rested. They tell you that, right? Well, they say the importance of waking up at the same time every day. But in our industry, I understand we can't. But we still can get our 7 hours of sleep and you wake up refreshed. Because when we go to sleep at night, your brain, your body goes to work and produces the chemicals to clean all that I taught, taking the garbage out, flushing the brain. It's flushing the brain so you now can solidify all the memories from today into your brain. So when you wake up tomorrow, you remember these things. But I want to talk to you about what happens when we don't do these things. When we stop being focused. We have high stress. We drink the alcohol. We adapt this lifestyle that we think that we have to run on no sleep, poor nutrition, sedentary lifestyle. We start breaking these connections. And we start breaking these connections and we're not building them. Picture it. It's like hitting a tree stump with an axe. Chip, 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 chip. Sooner or later, when you hit it with an axe enough, the tree will fall down and it dies. It's the same thing in your mind. All these little things that you thought was just your physical health is driving the most adaptive change organ in your body. It's either living or it's dying. It's up to you. I don't know any other way to say this, but people, your brain is the most valuable asset you have, and we have to start paying attention to it. It drives everything we do in life, every choice, every emotion, every decision. Your brain is who you are. Your brain drives your life. Everything starts between your ears. Every good decision, every bad decision starts in your brain. I want you to decide now to start living. Not dying, living. Either you're living or you're in decline. I want to say that again. It's up to you. You're either living or you're dying. We have to focus on our brains to read, expand, learn, challenge it. We have to eat healthy. We have to eat healthy for every single organ in our body and piece of our body to add days to our life, but most importantly to our brain. And do you see all the similarities in the trucking industry and the transportation industry tied to the leading factors of dementia? Sleep apnea, poor sleep. How many drivers refuse to get diagnosed for sleep apnea because they don't want to be labeled, leading to dementia? We try to eat healthy at a truck stop, eating the sugary drinks and the poor foods and the roller dogs and the candy bars and the bags of chips. Poor diet, leading to dementia. Sedentary lifestyle, leading to dementia. Stress, leading to dementia. And guess what? Every single one of them is in our control. We have the ability to eat healthy. We have the ability to exercise. We have the ability to unwind. We have the ability to focus. If we rewire our brain, we can start restoring them connections. They might be broke temporarily, but they're not broke forever. I want to remind you, there's only one person that will come and do this work for you, and that's you. Nobody's coming to do this work for you. Your brain health is 100% your responsibility. And I don't know any other way to earn that back by eating healthy. If I can do something, one little shift, and live healthier by 53%, you can bet I'm going to do it. By eating healthier, 53% chance of reducing dementia. walking 25 minutes at a brisk walk, or 25 minutes at a brisk walk, 40%? That math adds up fast. I want you to understand. I bring you this information because I care about you. I can go through the whole 90-minute podcast they did. It is very, very important that we understand our brain is something that we have to pay attention to. Dementia is a serious matter, just like the diabetes is. And it all starts with diabetes. It all starts with good health. It all starts with awareness. It all starts with you. It all starts between your ears. Your health is your lifestyle. Trucking is an industry. Either you're living or you're dying. And if you're going to give me a chance to live another day, you can bet I'm going to make the most of it today. We train today, so when tomorrow gets here, we can do the things tomorrow that we cannot do today. There's no trying. Trying is attempting to do things. Here at Beyond the Truck, we train. I'm going to continue to expand my brain so I can continue to bring this information, this message to you. I know there's a lot more to this. This is a simplified version of just saving your life, saving your mind. The mind is a terrible thing to waste, and I don't want to see you waste another moment on it. We love you. We appreciate you. If there's anything we can do, please reach out to us at Thrive at Beyond the Truck. You can find us on the web at Thrive at Beyond the Truck or beyondthetruck.com. Sign up for our daily messaging. And I'm going to say thank you for all you that given me that positive feedback that you say I saved your life. No, you saved your life. You changed your mind. You changed your brain. The small investments. I want to remind you, these things all start when our 20s and 30s. They don't just miraculously show up when we're in our 30s, 40s, and 50s. They're over the decades of decline that we ignored. And with our brains, the great news is it's never too late to start. Start rewiring. Remove the I can'ts. I never have. I won't. It's impossible. Because anything in your life is possible. Anything in your life is capable of doing. You have two superpowers in your body right now. The brain that we've been talking about and the heart that lives in there. When them two are firing on the same cylinder, you're an unstoppable machine. You're a professional. So please, in the show notes, you'll find our link tree. Just follow us on the socials. We're gaining traction. We're coming for you. We'll be here for you. Please share this. We'll be continue to pour into this. I know maybe this seems a little redundant information for you, but it is simply put into words for you to understand. We must eat healthy, we must exercise, and we must focus on what we're doing to live healthy and de-stress. I love you. Our team loves you. We appreciate you. Be great and be safe every single day, every single mile, every single decision.